What's the biggest problem when learning jazz? Time feel. Many of us already play scales, arpeggios, and chords, and learning new scales, arpeggios, and chords is just a matter of learning the new finger patterns. But developing the time feel for any new style of music can be challenging, especially if you don't listen to that style of music very much. So, if the problem is time feel, then what's the solution? Creating your own backing track. Now, when I was a teenager, I got bitten by the blues bug, and backing tracks were not as easy to find as they are these days. You could buy them because they were actually live musicians playing on them. But I was a college student, and I wanted to develop my solo skills. So I grabbed a cassette player and a Boss Dr. Rhythm drum machine. I picked up a 60-minute cassette tape, and I began recording myself playing the rhythm guitar part to a drum machine pattern. And if I screwed up, I would just rewind the tape and start the process all over again. Every week or so, I would record a new chord progression to a different rhythm pattern. My soloing got marginally better. That would take more time in the practice room and more guidance from my teacher. But my time feel, sense of rhythm, and accompaniment skills dramatically improved. All of a sudden, other musicians wanted to play with me, so I'd go to the blues jam and I'd get picked. So for us, let's recreate a modern version of my crappy drum machine cassette recorder rig. Okay, so number one, use a recording software program. You can get something like Audacity, Audition, FL Studio. I like using GarageBand for it. For what we're doing here, I am using Logic. Find a good drum machine app. That's number two. I like using Drum Genius, and I'll talk to you more about that later. Number three, record the drum pattern first and record it for 2 minutes. You can always loop it. 4, record the chord progression or the accompaniment. 5, listen back for mistakes or problems with the rhythm feel. 6, now you have a backing track. Now, 7, what we're going to do is we're going to actually create that backing track. And we'll do that when you come back here in a second. Okay, so let's create that backing track. We've got everything set up. Let me walk you through the chord. We're going to play an A minor 7. Now you probably know this open position A minor 7. And you probably know this, maybe even this bar chord version. The bar chords don't work well in jazz. They're just too thick and heavy sounding. You want to stay out of the way, but at the same time, you want to create the harmonic texture that's needed for the role of the guitar player. So we're going to use this jazz fingering. My second finger is on the 6th string, 5th fret. My third finger is barring the 5th fret at the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. I'm also using this claw technique on my right hand, and I'll be using this technique throughout. And basically what I'm doing, it's a poor man's finger picking technique. I'm just assigning a finger to a string. So my thumb is playing the 6th string, my index finger is playing the 4th string, my middle finger is playing the 3rd string, and my ring finger is playing the 2nd string, and then I'm just pulling them together. The last technique is a left-hand technique, and it's called pulsing. And basically, it's just releasing the pressure to clearly define the rhythm. You want to clearly, it makes it sound a little bit more percussive. I want to clearly state the rhythm that I'm playing. If I don't, it's going to sound muddy. Okay, so I got the drum groove going on now. So let me play whole notes. And then I'm going to start to pulse. And although I'm still going to play on the 1, you're going to hear how I can clearly define the rhythm by using pulsing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pulse. So by pulsing, I can create a little bit more of an interesting rhythm. And all it is left-hand muting. Okay, so now for our backing track, all you want to do is play a rhythm that feels comfortable to you for the time being. If you're just getting used to this, try playing only on what beats 1 and beats 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so give that a try, and I'll see you back here for the next lesson.